everyone, and welcome back. Hi, Billy.
Hi
we're now
Joe,
on
hi everyone.
the we're now on the eighth episode of our
Wow, time
podcast. Wow,
flies. It is.
exactly. So, how are you doing today, Boss Billy?
Yes, I've been working well with our ACES program, as always, helping
Yeah.
more homeowners and interior designers of the trade in the industry to have a very good balance expectations together.
Mm-hmm. As expected, you're doing that. Oh, by
Mhm.
the way, today is a very good topic, and I really won't, beat around the bush. Today is
Mhm.
a good topic because we're going to talk about communication, which is very, very important for homeowners,
Yes, it is.
contractors, the whole gang. And when it comes to communication, Billy, based on your experience or
Mhm.
experiences, how important it is that everything is clear between the homeowner and the contractor or the
That is
ID
right.
firm. Mm.
Right. It's always a very tough challenge because when you deal with human to another human, right, they always have different sets of ideas, different sets of expectations.
True.
So it's always we keep emphasizing that how we can align both parties together of the ID contractor and the homeowners together. So I always believe having a professional, neutral third party involving with these
Hmm.
expectations, understanding is very, very important. So,
Yeah.
but to do it well and balanced is equally challenging. So
Hmm.
here I am with our team in ACES program. We are accredited mediators. We also took on a lot of understanding and have years of experience in the industry to help to know what both parties are thinking because both of them are wanted to have a very smooth sailing renovation end of the day, right? Nobody wants to
Yes.
have something that it goes south and having a lot of problems. No one wants it. Yeah
Actually,
to
you're
this
correct.
era.
And it's
Right.
really nice that you mentioned about Aces Bergen and the odd the mediator that you is actually that you're actually doing right now. It's very
Mm-hmm.
nice that you can. It's very good because you can explain it to us today. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like
Right.
so how is Aces program helping
Okay.
both parties?
Right. So I think let's today we bring on some two different scenarios to be exact to
Ooh,
mention about how we can help these two different types of homeowners together
wow,
with their
you're ready.
IDs.
You've
Right.
come prepared, Billy. Okay, can you
Yes.
show us those two scenarios?
Okay, number one, I
Mm.
think we will talk about a very interesting scenario, which is the ex-contractor homeowner. So the homeowner could could
Ex-contractor
be
homeowner.
of
Mm-hmm.
the similar industry before previously, but he or she may retire or change his job or whatever, and then
Ah,
he's a homeowner today with another ID. So that is
okay.
quite intense and interesting, right? Being having these
Ex-
experiences that the homeowner have
mm.
with the incoming ID to do for his or her renovation, right? And I
Wow.
think the second scenario we trying to bring up for this particular homeowner is a problem one. He or she may face a issue with the previous contractor and the project is ditched. So when the project is
Oh.
ditched, then they need to find another ID or contractor to take over the project, right? So these
Wow.
are very, very
Mm.
real situations. I think in Singapore,
Yes.
yeah, we have these two main issues which today I want to bring out through a presentation mood. If
Mm-hmm.
I could gladly share with the audience today.
Yeah, yeah, feel free. It's really nice you mentioned about these two scenarios, which is, as you said, very relatable, right? This is
Okay.
what is happening. And yeah, kindly share to us your
All
screen if
right.
you have something to share, right?
Okay, so without further ado, let me just share my screen. I've prepared
Mm-hmm.
a number of slides today.
Great.
And right, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so audience, today is a special edition whereby I will show about a number of slides over here, also within a few minutes. And
Mm-hmm.
we talk about navigating the renovation roadblocks in our ACES program solution, which very, very relevant to help
True.
these two scenarios, which are the ex-contractors, homeowners, and
Mm-hmm.
abandoned projects. All right.
Oh.
So this is the first scenario. I think June, you want to ask me
Mhm.
on questions on what is the shadow foreman is all about,
Yes, I actually
right?
I'm
And
not sure about it. I don't
you
know
can see
about it.
from here.
Mm,
Yeah. So you see, being the ex-contractor, right? This picture shows the one on the left. He has the experience previously. Yeah. And he could be micromanaging the
mm,
project with the new, I mean, the
ID.
incoming contractor,
Mm,
right? To take on his project and sharing experiences and challenging the contractor they're actually doing for his house.
wow,
And
that's tough.
sometimes he or she may be outdated in the information of the industry, the trends and the knowledge, and also it could be creepy sometimes because when he have his own sets of understandings and he may want to micromanage, as I mentioned, it's very bad, right? Sometimes
Yeah,
it's a
very
bit
tough situation.
frustrating and tough,
Mm,
right? So that is the first scenario, right? I think it's very, very relevant if audience are listening to this right now. They can feel it. And now I think scenario B could be more to the mass market if they encounter a
yeah,
problematic contractor before, right? And then being halfway, or even it doesn't start at all, they ditch the project, which whatever reason it is,
correct.
right?
This
So
is
whatever
really
reason.
bad, I guess.
Yeah, so it's like inheriting a
Mm-hmm.
minefield because we don't know what's happening there halfway, that what happened before with the contractor or ID and the homeowner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's this expectation gap, and they may have some issues in the work and the on-site project. So there may be also hidden defects. That's
Mm-hmm.
why the project goes south and have a lot of underlying problems, right?
That's
So very quickly,
correct.
let's go into how ACES program can help them, right? So we are here, you see, all
Yes.
these are the problems, unresolved clashings of the expected experiences going on, and you know, never-ending conflicts and all these of delays because of different expectations.
Mm-hmm.
That's when ACES program, I feel that we can be here to see what both interests are, and we can bring them better together. And also, you see, that's how I mentioned about it could be hidden underlying issues like this leaking pipes and also a lot of technical structure issue.
Mm-hmm.
They may inheriting this issue problem for the new contractor to take on the scenario B of the homeowner house, right, of the renovation. So here comes ACES program whereby our team usually will
Correct.
go down and understand from both parties to validate the work and also to prevent different positions from both parties to go to their way. And
Mm.
they have definitely to align. So through ACES program, we have a service that we can bring their objectives together and sit down together nicely and respect both parties is very, very important. So the main agenda is to, give both parties some space and let them do their professionalism and both respects is very, very depend on, you see. And of course, we also talk about how we introduce our ACES program. From here, we have also our home contents insurance in
Wow.
restoring any accidental damage, things like that. So these are some of the value proposition that ACES program can bring in understanding prior to the takeover of the renovation or
Mm-hmm.
even start the renovation with some very good, clear, logical expectations that both parties have to follow, right? So I think with this, being a professional, rightfully in between with both of them, we took on the responsibility to answer to both sides to ensure that we are here, as an advisor or even like a very mentoring of the renovation together. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
as I help. So
Wow.
to end up with, we also have mediation support. Of course, we are not here to promote mediation, as I mentioned earlier. So we are having a very strong back-end support to do this
Support,
in case,
yes.
yeah, of a dispute or some very nerve-wracking situation arises.
Mm-hmm.
We can always seek all this professional mediation help, then we can make them go through the renovation smoothly
Mm-hmm.
towards to the end of a very good renovation. And these are very good successful rates whereby we took on and ensure that the homeowner or even the ID ensuring that they do the work correctly as well with our audit checks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have a very clean and proper logical way to do our audit checking. So yeah, here it is. So towards the end, I
The
think it's a
goal.
good conclusion. We'll do a quick one today in this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
That we are tripartite, kind of understanding together. So with the party A, the ideal contractor, party B, which are the homeowners, and together with us, the party C, with this ACES
Correct.
program to secure a very safe environment for everyone to respect one another. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
equally very important and foremost.
Wow, that's a
Right.
very wonderful explanation, Billy. I actually understood, even in a few minutes that you were just explaining it, I
Mm-hmm.
realized that, oh, okay, so ACES program is really a neutral party, right? That validates the work against, the objective standards of both parties. So it
Yes.
would stop the she said, he said,
Mm-hmm.
correct? And gives
Right.
you, as you said, a clean and legal technical restart. That's really
Right.
nice, correct, Billy?
Yes. I think to the end, we want to
Mm,
turn the red flag of the renovation
to green
journey
flag.
to a green light to
I know.
everyone for completion. Yeah, that's a good conclusion from me for here.
Thank you, Billy, for that. And I hope our listeners would realize and would
Mm-hmm.
understand, right, how ACES program will actually help them,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Yep.
in getting that green light or green flag, as you say, and avoiding
Mm.
the red flags in their renovation. What do you call this? Renovation journey.
Yeah.
Yes,
And protection with a safety net from ACES program.
that's
Yes.
right. Because you also have some, as you said, insurance, right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, that's wonderful. I
Right.
guess Billy, you have concluded that topic very well, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
any last words before we end the this very nice and very quick podcast today?
Yeah, I think not to worry for homeowners who are
Mhm.
first-time homeowners or even like the two scenario which I mentioned. We always have this professional help in a holistically way from ACES program
Yes.
to able to execute and help in any ways in your renovation.
Uh,
Yep, we are here
all
to do
right.
our best.
Okay,
Right.
so that's great. Thank you so much for sharing to us your insights, Billy, for sharing this wonderful presentation. Okay, and yeah,
Thank you, Joan.
next week in our next podcast, we will have more insightful topic to talk about. Yeah, so thank you so much, guys, and I hope if you have any questions, just go to the comment section and drop it there. All right, so have a great and wonderful week, Billy. Bye, bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.